Doc Rivers and Dame Lillard is the worst duo in NBA right now.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
He was
Dame should be
practicing for
listening.
later
Lord
with
have
Glow.
mercy.
Glow be touching the
Yo, you
boots.
see you.
Let's go. I'm sorry.
Hold on. No, what you mean you're
I'm
sorry?
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
There's new ways to get into the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sportsbook betting partner of the NBA. Who's draining threes from beyond the arc? Not Joel Embiid. Who's crashing the boards and grabbing rebounds? Not Joel Embiid. Get behind your favorite players and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings, the home of NBA player props. First time New York DraftKings customer, bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Every point counts with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code ABTV. That's code ABTV for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Valid in New Hampshire, Oregon, Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball. Knicks win 2 in a row. Cooled off them heat. And the Pistons, oh my God, I can't lie. I wish Flea was here to see my face. So y'all could tag in like, yo, we're gonna elbow drop Fabian. What's Cat looking like now? Little tough out there, huh? Wouldn't you say?
Well, listen, man. We're on a 4-game road trip. You know, the Detroit game, I'm not gonna brag and boast about that. I will brag and boast about the Miami because people still think they're a legit threat. But it was just good to get 2 wins because I think in the NBA season when you're shooting for a title or to be a great team or to make a deep playoff run, you have to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. So Detroit, we look good, which I expected. But like I said, I'm very proud about the Miami. Now tonight we got Houston, and that's not going to be a walk in the park. Houston is tough. They're young. They got a good coach. So that's going to be a tough game that we should win. But we've been saying it. You have to go through Cat. Simple and plain. He did not come over here to be second or third option or play second fiddle. And I think eventually Brunson will understand that, and that'll help Brunson's game. Brunson doesn't have to pound the ball. He doesn't have to do everything. No, we have a 7-footer that can put the ball on the floor, knock down a 3, post up, hit free throws. Oh, and he was a #1 pick. Oh, and he's all-star. And he averages a double-double. And let's not forget, he was the #1 guy before Ant-Man came. So, we said it, and Miami and Detroit, we looked real good. Why? Went through Cat. So for me, I'm not going to get too excited because I still want to see how we look again against Cleveland, Boston, Milwaukee still. But listen, man, I very impressive. Very impressive those last 2 games. Very impressive. Especially from Cat.
I can't front though. Detroit, they lost by it was by 6 that I had them on a parlay to win by 8 against the Heat. That was a tough game.
Right.
They just beat the Nets. They smoked them. Detroit, be careful who you pick for these teams. Because again, we always talk about the other day, we're going over the teams. You said, the Raptors got this victory. I'm like, yo, be careful because the Raptors, they've been killing the against the spread. Detroit has been doing well. Atlanta loses every spread, right? So you got to be careful. Atlanta plays Boston, I think, tonight. I expect that to be a blowout. They don't play no defense. But Detroit plays defense. They're competitive if you let them in the game. If you show up in Detroit thinking you can just win, it's not going to happen like that. It's not going to be too easy. So I like the fact that I saw a team that we're supposed to beat, and we dismantled them. No chance. No chance in hell. I don't want to shout that guy out because he's done for. But when that's a sign of a great team. If you're great, you show the other teams that are not great, we're getting you out of here. I don't care what era you played in. The bums were the bums, and you made sure they were the bums. That's just Chicago came through. They played a team that was garbage. The only team I remember beating them that was kind of trash was Damon Stoudemire hit the game winner against the Bulls back in the day when they broke the record. Very few teams do that. But Detroit, they've been playing well, man. They've been playing well. Cade Cunningham, I thought the way they were talking about him, he improved. Jalen Duren, that thing goes out the window now. Enough is enough with him. He ain't know all that man-child business, bro. Go do some push-ups, man. Go get in the gym. The Knicks exposed everything about them. Everything about them. So I can't say that I'm overlooking that or the Heat victory. I like the fact that we put both of them in their place. I like the fact that everything we talked about, regardless if you feel like Cat was tough or not before he came to the Knicks, everything that we've heard about him so far with this team has not been true. So I have to reserve. That's why I say I can't say I told you so when he's balling. When OG, oh my God. OG Anunoby went from shooting 17% from three all ball first couple games. Now he's shooting 50% from three. 21 points against the Pistons. By the way, that's my secret parlay for y'all. The Houston Rockets leading into this Rockets game now. Let's not forget last season, the phantom call, the phantom foul at the end of the game that it cost us the game. And they paid us back with that phantom call against the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
Ironically. Doesn't matter though. This is why we're going to Houston for some revenge. But the Rockets, an Ime Udoka coach team, they're the fourth worst defense against the three-point shot. And the Knicks right now, oh boy, I don't know if you noticed, the best three-point shooting team in the league right now is the New York Knickerbockers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That makes total sense. Right now, defensive rating, the Knicks are 16th in total, but for the whole season, for the last 3 games, the Knicks are 8th in defense. The Rockets are 11th. The Rockets just came back from remember, they were down 31 against the Golden State Warriors and came back. So, oh boy, I'm here to warn you. Please expect, even if we're up 30, Thibodeau is not taking anybody out as usual. Per usual. He is risking hamstrings, all kind of injuries. Even if we're up 30 by halftime. Golden State was up 31 points and the Rockets came back. Tari Eason was doing this thing. He killed. But they play competitive. You can't sleep on them either.
Right. Well, I think tonight, is very important. Real basketball fans, real Knicks fans understand how important this game is tonight. Because this is a young, well-coached team. So if we could come out and stomp on them and beat them, it shows that we can actually play well against young teams that have up-and-coming stars, good roster, good players, and like I said, well-coached. So I think tonight is very important, and it'll send a message. 3 in a row, and 2 out of the 3 was good teams, Miami and then now Houston. Definitely up-and-coming great young team. So I think tonight is very important. And we were saying it before the 4-game road trip, like, yo, we should be able to win all 4 of these games. I think tonight is going to be definitely a dogfight. I don't see no blowout. I see a competitive game, but we got the better roster, we got the better players, and we got the better superstars. So I just feel as long as we play through Cat and what we've been saying, everybody just do your job, knock down shots. OG is going to be wide open. Just knock the shots down. All right, if you can't average 16 to 18, okay, if you're going to give us 10, 12, just make sure in those pivotal moments when you wide open, knock the shots down. Bridges, keep doing what you've been doing. So I think tonight is very important. Like I said, that'll be 3 games in a row, and we got to be realistic. That Cleveland game, we had that game won. So if we won that game and then we go ahead and win this 3rd in a row, listen, man, people will be looking at us like, oh, the Knicks is for real. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, the legend, the all-star, the number 2 overall pick, Kenny Anderson, Queens finest, New York City's GOAT, will be with AllBall TV tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time. We will be discussing Stephen A. Smith versus Kevin Durant. We need all y'all to tell a friend. Share, like, comment, subscribe. Tomorrow, Kenny Anderson is in the building.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.